These are trying times, all of us. We are all uncertain on what lies ahead with our family, our jobs, our communities. Even before COVID-19 became a part of our daily reality, our city and so many of its residents were already in crisis. The coronavirus makes one thing clear: Baltimore is in a make or break moment, and we can no longer wait to address the systematic issues that affect our daily lives and our citizens. Baltimore's next mayor, as I will be, needs to be ready with a plan to put public health and safety first, get our residents back to work, and support our small businesses that have helped us thrive. My commitment to you, Baltimore, is to do everything in my power, using every tool that I have in coordinating government at an even effective level to keep our families safe. And in closing, the one thing that I know that is needed more than ever is to remove the politics in how city government has been functioning in city, and to be able to move the city forward in a way where the next group of young people who want to understand public life will realize that it's about building on systems and infrastructure to make it better. It's not about somebody's, because of one person's idea or not another person's idea, and throwing it out. You know, we can tell all the kind of lies that I'm hearing today, but we need to get to work, and I know I'm the person to get to make that happen.
Even before the coronavirus, crime was at emergency levels, and nearly 1 in 4 Baltimore residents were living in poverty. Our leaders have promised us change, and we're still waiting. We're all frustrated with Baltimore's lack of progress. Voters are voting with their feet. More than 2/3 say they don't trust elected leaders and they want something different. I will stop the grandstanding and politicking about crime, bring all the stakeholders to the table, and hold everyone accountable. The world is aware of Baltimore's crime problems. They're directly related to our economic problems. The Obama administration recruited me to work on a strong economic recovery for our country. Now I want to do that for Baltimore. I want to attack the systemic racism and lack of opportunity that has trapped families in poverty for far too long. We can't be the city of good intentions. We need to act. We don't need another politician, but a passionate champion, someone who wants to bring new approaches to jobs and income, attract strong and diverse talent to city government, regain the public's trust, and transform the Baltimore story. I'm not a politician. I'm the only candidate with the integrity, experience, vision to bring this city to a safer and more equitable place. Otherwise, we're just resigning ourselves to same old, same old. We only have one future, and we have to get that right. Choose Mary Miller for a better Baltimore.
Hey, I know we're experiencing trying times in our city, but I remain hopeful about moving this city forward. If you want someone who can sweet talk you, I'm not that person. But if you want honest, transparency, and a mayor who always put the people of Baltimore first, then I have provided honest government and quality constituent services my entire career. Real change takes place with people. My message is simple. I will reduce crime, clean our streets, give our children and grandchildren a safe place to learn and play. And I want Baltimore to really look at what I've done to move this city forward through ransomware, and now moving this city forward through this coronavirus pandemic. I have shown true leadership. I've listened. I built a strong team that surrounds me. I'm not the type of person that want to micromanage, but I am re-looking at everything from contracts to see if there are any duplications, to looking at how agencies are ran, engaging employees and cost-saving measures, how we can save money, working with the unions, even though none of them endorse me, on how they can play a part in this whole plan of retooling and rebuilding Baltimore. Baltimore, I am you. I am a son of Baltimore. I need your vote. Please vote for Bernard C. Jack Young, Mayor of the City of Baltimore.
We're in a tough situation here. We've looked at this violence in pretty much every question today, whether it had to do with schools, the economy, it had something to do with violent crime. It has a grip on our city. We have to turn the page on it so we can actually focus on those other things that keep our city running and keep our city viable. I'm a non-politician. I've never been in elected office, and that's not something that I aspire to be. And I'm also not a person who's full of political ambition and worried about what my next step is going to be. I haven't run for offices several times over the past several years. That's not who I am. I'm a public servant. I'm a person who appreciates what the community has to offer and the sadness that we've seen in our community as of late. We have to build a better Baltimore than we've ever experienced. And that's what we have to look forward to in our future. Right now, we do need a micromanager. We need a micromanager to make sure things are getting done in this city, because we continue to see lapses. We continue to see water bills not collected from big money places in our city. We continue to see crime plans with some holes in them, with adjustments that are needed. We continue to see the levels of corruption where Isabel Cumming is doing a fantastic job rooting it out. But we can't let those things define us. We have to turn the page. And if we truly want a better Baltimore than we've ever had, we can't continue to go with the status quo. It's TJ Smith for Baltimore.com. I would be honored by having your support.
Thank you for hosting this forum. It was just getting lively and now we're at closing. So I'm grateful for the opportunity. Thiru Vignarajah for mayor is premised on one thing. It's premised on the idea that I have lived a blessed life and I want to make sure that those blessings are available to everyone. This is a paradigm question for the folks that are listening. If you think crime is the biggest problem and you think that the strategies we have been using to date are not working, then we want you to look at our campaign. My closing point is this: I want the responsibility to rest on my shoulders. If crime doesn't go down, if it does go below 200, vote me out. Blame me. If the schools don't get better, if student performance doesn't get better, if the air conditioners aren't fixed, blame me. And if your water bills are wrong, if your potholes are not being filled, blame me. That's not what politicians do. That's not what bankers do. It's what leaders do. And Baltimore is in desperate need of one.
Baltimore, this is the most critical election in our city's history. And it was that before COVID-19 showed up on our doorstep. It's not just about who the next mayor will be, but what kind of mayor they will be and what they were willing to do and what they will stand for in order to put Baltimore on the right path. Right now, Baltimore does not need a mayor that's divisive. We need someone who can unite the city and bring us together. That's why I was endorsed by the Baltimore Sun, not just for my vision or my plans for dealing with crime and accountability and working to make sure that we have successful businesses in Baltimore, but my deep understanding of Baltimore as a Baltimorean and city government. It's different from me. I grew up here in the 80s and the 90s. I was a victim of zero tolerance. I'm a victim of violent crime. I had to duck those bullets. I went to those schools with no heat and air conditioning and dedicated my life in trying to change this city for the better. This is what we need. Someone who understands that, who will bring that to the forefront every day, but also understands how city government works, knows what needs to change, know that this is not just about selecting a new mayor, because a great person in a broken structure is doomed to fail. And what you don't hear from any candidate not named Brandon Scott is that they are willing to change the structure so that we can root out corruption, bring Baltimore City's government into the 21st century, so Baltimoreans, business owners in Baltimore can all be living and working in a city that they're proud of, with a mayor that will not embarrass them, that will bring Baltimore and show the world that Baltimore truly can and will be more. Thank you.